Huh. We are here, we are queer, and we are tomatoes in gear. It's crazy because this is so easy. Like, this is gonna take 2 seconds. We're gonna be done. Hi, hello, bam, bam, bam. Hi guys, welcome to FlamBaé. My name is Yanni, and today we're gonna be making a cherry tomato confit. Welcome to my little cooking journey. If you haven't already, roast that like button, drop me a comment below, let me know your thoughts. What is cherry tomato confit, might you ask? A confit is like poaching. When you poach something, what you do is you slowly simmer it in water, and the water is just below boiling point. In a confit, it's the same thing, but you replace the water then with oil. So now that we're making a little cherry tomato confit, what we're gonna do is roast these tomatoes. They're gonna really cook nicely in a bunch of olive oil at like 250 degrees in the oven. We're gonna throw in aromatics like thyme and garlic, and then those flavors are really gonna infuse into the little cherry tomatoes. They're gonna become like little teeny flavor bombs, packed with sugar. They're so delicious. Confit is like an old school French thing. It was a way to preserve meats. The reason we use confit is different now. We don't really need to preserve things. Refrigerators exist. When you cook at a temperature that's low enough, what it does is it prevents browning. So these cherry tomatoes are gonna really retain a lot of their moisture. I like making cherry tomato confit like end of August, beginning of September. It is the end of tomato season. I have a little garden outside. I pluck my little tomatoes and it kind of preserves them. So then you have like in season ripe tomatoes till Christmas time. Garlic. Okay. So you're gonna use a whole bunch of garlic for this recipe. Slice off those ends, crush them. Don't slice open your hand while doing it. If you're someone who looks at a recipe and you're like, oh, the recipe says 2 cloves of garlic, I'll use 2 cloves of garlic. Like, we're not doing that here. You can use a whole head and it'll be fine, I promise. Sheet. Oh, sheet. A sheet tray. So this is lovely olive oil from the motherland. It's from Greece. My cousins sent us a barrel, like, I don't even know how, like it's this big, like this wide. It weighs a lot more than I do. It's incredibly fresh. It's extra virgin, so your food won't be as good as mine is what I'm saying. I'm just kidding. When you go to the store, shop for olive oil that is extra virgin. I wouldn't buy olive oil that's infused with anything, because a lot of times what they do is a plant will take their not good quality olive oil, infuse it with other flavors, that way it covers up the taste of the not great olive oil. Don't buy those. So you just throw in your tomatoes, you throw in these like garlic pieces, knock them around. I'm gonna do like a whole bunch of fresh thyme, just because we can. It'll add just a nice little, I don't know, just nice flavors to this. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna cover it in a whole bunch of olive oil. Just a splash of olive oil. They don't have to be covered all the way. We don't have to like deep fry them, like that volume, but it's gonna take quite a lot of olive oil to make this. Now, salt, the mother lover. I'm not gonna say that. I wanna make sure that I'm not too radical for YouTube. Salt the mother. And fruits. These have a lot of sugar, and what we're doing is bringing out a lot of that sweetness when we cook it. So making it pretty salty is really gonna balance that out. You can use other spices in this. I like to keep it as simple as possible because then you get a whole lot more use out of this. If you decide on a very specific flavor profile for this, you'll only be able to cater it to certain dishes that you can make. Whereas if you make it simple with a couple of herbs and salt, you can use this in so many different dishes. I use this stuff in omelets. I use it in like shrimp scampi, but like with masala. And I've used this, so it's like a really spicy, and then I use this for sweetness. I've done like a chicken cacciatore with this. There's like literally anything, from breakfast, lunch, to dinner, to dessert. So let's just do black pepper just because we can. And there is not a lot of food that I don't use black pepper in. And then mix it up, get those little fingies dirty. I'm just gonna, just one more splash. Let's spread them out as evenly as possible without being psychos. That way they can all kind of cook evenly. Okay, so this is it. This was the prep work. It took, what, 10 minutes? Less? It would have taken 3 if I weren't talking to a camera. Let's prep the oven. I'm gonna set it to 250 degrees Fahrenheit. Really, really low and slow is the name of the game here. Throw these in the oven for about an hour and a half. They're gonna slowly cook. Those sugars are gonna develop. It's just the little membranes in the tomatoes are gonna break down. It's gonna taste delicious. Like, I literally feel like I'm at a vaudeville show and I'm selling like my magic elixir to people. Okay, so, ding! Oh, what's in the oven? I've taken the liberty of packing our cherry tomatoes into little glass containers, little mason jars. So you fill them up, garlic and everything. I didn't put the thyme in here. I took that out because I don't want to be chewing on that. But what you can do next is take the residual olive oil from this tray and just pour it in. This is gonna help them preserve much longer. When things sit in oil, it preserves, it protects them. Think of anchovies or canned fish. That's all sitting in oil, and that's why it stays good for so long, because it protects it. This is gonna stay good in the fridge for 5 days, which is 2 weeks. Or like, screw a lid on, put it in the freezer. Honestly, it's gonna be fine for a couple months. Let's chop up some bread. Let's try it. It's my mom's bread, yeah. I don't know what kind of bread it is. It's white bread. We're baked from the same, the same flour. All right, we're gonna throw this in the toaster, let it get a little smoky, toasty, crunch on the outside. That is just divine. The garlic is so stinky. It like, it'll like be tasting your tomato and your crunchy, toasty bread, and then it'll like slap you in the face. It's so delicious. Oh my God, I could have this as an afternoon snack for the next 365 days. Oh my God, to drop a couple of like cherry tomatoes in like a grilled cheese sandwich is my favorite. Use it in everything and anything. I dare you. Hey, oh. If you thought this video was rockin', poppin', lockin', how about you drop some likes, drop a comment, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell. I wish I had a grand piano in here that I could like lean against. My dears, as always, my name is Yanni, and thank you for watching FlamBaé. My God, what is this, the Metropolitan Opera? As always, my dears, thank you for watching FlamBaé. It's always the end when the stress is lifted off my shoulders, I enjoy myself. When I've finished ruining everything I make, then I'm like, oh, I enjoy the process now. Get on out of here, you crazy kids.